Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We have a fantastic show lined up for you today. So good to see everybody on Tuesday, March 10th. Hope you're doing great. Alonzo said, morning crew, morning AB. I crushed the odds yesterday, and today my DraftKings account is locked on basketball and baseball. Good thing I still have FanDuel. Good thing indeed. Hey, you're too good for this game. Hey, you've been crushing it for real. That's hilarious, man. Sorry you got locked out, but tip of the cap to it. You earned it. Big Tony, good morning, crew. Back from a little getaway. Tony, it's good to see you, big dog. And Matty Ice. AB said if we get 50 likes on this video, we can have a pizza party. Yes, we could be substitute teacher mode all year. Bring in a TV, bring in pizza. Let's go. I love it, man. Matty Ice, it's good to see you all. Good to see everybody. Matty boy, morning, gang. Let's have a day. Let's have a day indeed. All right, let's jump into it. And keep dropping your comments in the chat. We'll jump right into the show. I promise I will get to them for sure. But how do we do yesterday? The answer is this. Thank the Lord for Brad. Brad, well done. Not only did our man hit Redomley and Bravo over 2.75, he also got Aaron Judge on a home run. So, Brad, thank you. Nice job. Me, wrong. All right, where do we go wrong? U.S. The U.S. ended up winning 5-3, so we do not get the team total over 7.5. Shout out to Mexico. That was a heck of a baseball game, man. United States money line, we got that. St. Mary's did not get that. Santa Clara took St. Mary's out. And then Arkansas didn't get that. South Florida, they won. So everyone who went with Oregon State, you're smart. I'm stupid. Great job. You crushed it on that. Apologies on Arkansas. I don't know what's going on with the Hogs, man. But that's how we did yesterday. So, Brad, great job to you, buddy. Thank you. All right, the U.S. won 5-3 against Mexico yesterday. They're now 3-0 in the World Baseball Classic. What do we have at college basketball? Semifinals of the West Coast Conference Tournament. Gonzaga, a 65-56 win over Oregon State. And Santa Clara with the upset win over St. Mary's, 76-71. All right, now let's jump into the show here. Good to see everybody. All right, some headlines. We have a lot going on in the NFL. Let's go. Okay. Tua. Boy, that didn't take long, did it? Free agency hasn't even officially started yet. My man's already been planned to be released and planned to sign with a team. Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa plans to sign a one-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons, a source told ESPN's Adam Schefter. The move will now give the Falcons two left-handed quarterbacks, Tua Tagovailoa and Michael Penix Jr., heading into the 2026 season. Tagovailoa was informed Monday that he will be released by the Dolphins. Okay, so what we spoke about yesterday kind of came true with what we thought with Tua. And going into the backup route for a year, and it's a solid move, honestly. All right, you're going to Atlanta where they might need you at some point, which is number one. So going in that Penix is the starter, but that's completely fine. Honestly, it's what we see the same thing when you see, who was the former coach of the Dolphins, McDaniel, right? Instead of going to be a head coach, he's like, look, I'm going to go be an OC with the Chargers 1 year, put myself prime position next year ago. And that's essentially what Tua is doing. And I think that it's smart. He'll make money. He's in a good spot. Yeah. And honestly, I mean, you never know. Look at the Broncos last year, right? You have a good backup quarterback. Might need him. All right. So that's number one. All right. Tua to the Falcons. Number two, the Pittsburgh Steelers are signing former Carolina Panthers standout running back Rico Dowdle to a 2-year, $12.25 million deal. The NFL Network reported on Monday. Dowdle left the Panthers with 1,076 rushing yards in 2025, giving him consecutive 1,000-yard seasons between Carolina and Dallas. Good move by the Steelers here. Keep going on that run game. Obviously, we know that that's important in Pittsburgh. Rico Dowdle, like it says, man, two 1,000-yard seasons in a row. Consistency, that's what they need in Pittsburgh. Finally, the Raiders are spending millions. The Raiders doled out millions Monday to try to improve a team that finished 3-14. We get it. And earn the number one pick in the NFL draft. Free agency center Tyler Linderbaum agreed to a 3-year, $81 million deal that includes $60 million guaranteed. It makes him the highest paid interior offensive lineman in NFL history. Sources told ESPN's Adam Schefter. The Raiders and wide receiver Jalen Naylor also agreed to a 3-year, $35 million deal that includes $23 million guaranteed. Agents Ken Sarnoff and Joe D. Benedetto told Adam Schefter. So the Raiders going out spending money big. Look at what the Patriots did. Go out, solidify your team. And we know where they're going in the draft with Mendoza at quarterback. So what do? You get protection for him on the offensive line and receivers to catch the ball. So nice job here by the Raiders, looking good. In free agency, it actually begins on Wednesday, but kind of the legal tampering period right now. That's why you're seeing all these initial deals coming out. Okay, let's jump into the show here. What do we have for today? Kind of a weird day in sports. We have some games. We need to talk about it. Let's go. Okay, baseball, college baseball today. It is serious. Have you seen the slate? It's no joke today. It is a weekend, but on a Tuesday. It's big, man. Wake Forest taking on Coastal Carolina, money line, -125. Look, we love what Coastal Carolina has been doing. No doubt. They have got to be worn out. Weekend series against East Carolina. Not that Wake Forest had it easy, right? But got to think the Coastal is on fumes right now. So we get to take this one straight up. We don't even have to pair it. And we have a lot of these games on the board for today. All right. Alabama baseball, money line taking on Troy against West Virginia. Matty boy, do not mean to fade you every single day here, but we got to fade Maryland, even though I like this baseball team. But we're going to go with Alabama baseball money line. We're going to pair that with West Virginia money line, -120. And then finally, college baseball, UC Santa Barbara. We've been riding the Gauchos hard all season long. We need you one more time, baby. All right. Santa Barbara baseball money line. Pair that with Gonzaga, all right, in the West Coast tournament final tonight against Santa Clara. Let's go. Pair those two together, -110. Justin said, good morning, crew. AB, how we doing today? Big dog. So good to see you, man. Jinxie, let's go. Let's go indeed, brother. Good to see you. Spell Dog, good morning, AB and crew. Good morning, brother. It's so good to see you. Joey, Roman, Anthony, and Duran looking good for our Sox, right? Yes, they did. Oh, man, both going yard, no doubt, man. I was thinking about that. I was like, Red Sox fans got to feel good going into this one. So, yeah, all right. So let's jump into it. Drop your thoughts in the chat because I'm telling you, we have monster college baseball. If we have Florida State, and that's just one of them, I can keep going. Ole Miss, Southern Miss. It is real out here, for real. All right, so let's jump into it. Again, Brad, great job yesterday. You came through for everybody. I didn't. Nice work. All right, picks there at the bottom. Let's jump in. What do we have? Oh, one more. Let me take the picks down. A parlay. What do you think about this? AB3. These are some big games here. All right, Florida money line against Florida State. There's all college baseball. Florida money line against Florida State. That's -130. So there you go. UCLA against UC Irvine. Ooh, I don't want to fade them either. All right, but Florida money line, UCLA money line, and Arizona State money line against Arizona. We just rode Arizona all weekend and loved them. Whale said, wrong Florida team. I know, like, dude, this game is tough. This game is tough, man. So, yeah, Florida State is going to be a game today. All right, so that's the beautiful part, though. If you want to replace any of these, I understand, right? So if you, like, look at what Whale said. If you want to replace Florida with Florida State, so I think they're +130, somewhere around there, maybe +105. I'm not sure. You have to check it. But it's somewhere around there. So you could replace that and get better odds, to be honest with you. If you want to replace UCLA with UC Irvine, you certainly could. Arizona with Arizona State. And then, like I said, we have monster games. So let's walk through it, and I'll show you. Yeah, Joey said Florida looked god-awful this past week. Against High Point, right? Man, I'm with you. Like, I've got to think Florida's thinking, okay, all right, we got to step this thing up. And Florida State is just – dude, foaming at the mouth saying the first fastball you put over the plate, I'm cranking it. It's going to be such a good game. Yeah. Florida State is no one to play with. No, they are not. No, they are not. That team is good. All right. So first, okay, World Baseball Classic. Oh, what did y'all think of Paul Skeens yesterday? 4 innings. What did he give up? A hit? Paul Skeens is disgusting, man. 7 strikeouts. He was on game yesterday, man. All right. So the U.S. is playing again. Justin said, Arizona State. Oh, come on, man. AB thought you were going to go with the Cats. I know. I know. It's tough, man. Yeah, Paul Skeens was on fire. All right. So, hey, Alonzo, I feel you. The same deal, man. I only get money lines as well. So, all right. Team USA playing against Italy at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 p.m. Central tonight. Okay. The U.S. is minus 1,100 on the money line. What is that run line going to be? 5.5, 6.5, probably. I don't know what they do with the total. 12.5. Nolan McLean on the mound for Team USA. Now, unfortunately, we don't have anything but a money line, but we do have home runs. Hey, where are we going today? Aaron Judge hit him 1 yesterday. He has 2 in the World Baseball Classic. Roman Anthony, Darren Duran also went yard. Okay? Now, Team USA versus Italy. Aaron Judge, plus 205. Bobby Witt, plus 220. Kyle Schwarber, plus 220. Cal Raleigh, plus 250. Byron Buxton, plus 285. Roman Anthony, plus 310. Alex Bregman, plus 320. Bryce Harper, plus 320. Let me get the banners back up. Picks at the bottom. What do we think? Brad said today is Schwarber today. Big Cal might have pissed some people off last night. Yeah. Ooh. Where do we go? I'm going Cal Raleigh. Plus 250. Now, I'm worried about Bryce Harper. Where's Bryce's head at? Bregman looks good at 320, doesn't he? Braggs could be a dude today. Yeah, I'm going Cal. Cal Raleigh. Yeah, I think I'm going Cal as well. Big Kirk. I got 2 tickets from last week. Ohtani and Judge to win MVP of the Classic, both plus 850. Great start. Yeah. Matt, good morning, AB and the crew. Matt, good morning, big dog. Good to see you, brother. How you doing? Miles, good morning, AB and crew. Miles, what's up, baby? How are you? Well, he'll be fine. Let's rock today. Let's rock indeed. Maddie, just look at Bryce's eyes. Something's going on for sure. I know, man. I worry about the kid. I love Bryce. It feels like he's been going through something for like a year and a half, man. So we'll see. All right, so these are the home runs for today. Again, I'm going Big Cal. Give me the big dumper. Plus 250 for Raleigh to hit a yard. To hit 1 yard. This game will be in Houston. So, yeah, Joey, did they clone Bryce? I know, right? Okay. So, all right, I'm going to go Cal. Drop in who you have to hit a home run. All right, so that's what we have, World Baseball Classic. What do we have in college baseball today? This is just the top 25, and it gets better and better every slide, right? So, look, Elon at NC State. And again, pay attention to in-state games. Bucknell at North Carolina, William and Mary at Virginia, Wake Forest at Coastal Carolina. So that's the first one we're on right there, Wake Forest. West Virginia and Georgia Tech, Tennessee Tech at Tennessee, Ball State at Kentucky, Georgia Southern at Clemson. These are all the new rankings, by the way. They just came out last night. Florida, number 20, Florida State at number 23, Florida. Look, Florida State's the higher-ranked team here now. Florida State is nobody to mess around with. That's in Gainesville. Big game. Stephen F. Austin at Texas A&M. UTSA at Texas Tech. Texas at Texas State. UAB at number 6, Auburn. Aubie, look at the Tigers. War Eagle, man. Ole Miss at Southern Miss. Number 7 in the country, Southern Miss. Look at them. In Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Kansas at TCU. Mississippi State at Tulane. Creighton at LSU. UT Arlington at Oklahoma. UC Irvine at number 1 UCLA, Long Beach State. And look at the Trojans. Finally, USC in the top 25 where they belong. Look at that record under USC. 15-0. The Trojans are the best team ERA in the country. USC smoking it, getting the job done. So that's what we have, and that's just the top 25. Right out of the gate, Maryland at West Virginia. All right, so we have West Virginia, and this game, this is 1 p.m. Central, so 2 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be live at 2 p.m. Eastern today. So, yeah, Kirk said keep riding USC. Absolutely, man. Hey, Matty Ice, TCU going to wreck us. I don't know. Well, they're pretty good. All right, Maryland and West Virginia. So we're on this one here. West Virginia minus 280 on the money line. Just keep being you, man. MASH. Keep an eye on the weather. Real quick. The weather this week is going to be crazy. All right. When I send the newsletter today, and I promise I'll get to a point where I'm sending it every day. I just want to make sure that I have good content. I don't want to flood your notifications with, not enough good information, right? So I hate like when my phone goes off way too many times, and trust me, I'm cognizant of everyone else's. So, but the weather around the country is going to be nuts. It's going to be warm, it's going to storm, and then it's going to get cold. You're going to see snow again. You're going to see 80 somewhere. Pay attention to it, all right? It's going to kind of start today. It's actually started last night, and you're going to start to see it more and more. So in the southeast, you're going to have humidity, and you're going to have rain that's going to be popping up. You're going to have storms as well. West Virginia, minus 280. Not sure that they're going to be in the storm path just yet, but pay attention there. Like West Virginia, again, launch pad, man. Just keep hitting. Keep putting up runs. That's your best bet. Cliche, I know. Beat the other team in runs, you win the game. But that's how West Virginia gets down, man. Get up, mash, next man up, do it again. I love it. I love watching this team, man. They're fantastic. Just keep going. Boston College, UConn minus 166. How do we feel about UConn there? What do we think? They evening it out, or are we a little worried? Yeah, Joey said Boston College beat Miami in the series. They shouldn't be plus money versus UConn. They went and showed themselves, man. This Boston College team played tough. And, yeah, and what do we do with UConn here, right? I'm right there with you. Like, asking the same thing. Like, I don't know if I fully trust UConn yet. Matty boy, my friend in Indianapolis told me it was in the 80s on Sunday, 70s yesterday, and today back to the 30s tomorrow. Yes, it's going to be insane, man, all across the country. It was 84 degrees in Nashville the other day, and they're like, well, it might snow Saturday. You're like, what? Crazy. All right, so Wright State of Indiana, I don't have anything on this one. Although I'll say Wright State played with Tennessee all weekend long. They went 1-2. They won on Sunday. They should have won on Friday. And Saturday, 50-50. Wright State could have swept Tennessee. Now, let's walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. Some of that is on Tennessee, who couldn't hit their way out of a paper bag right now. Some of it, though. Not all of it. This Wright State team is no joke. They can pitch. They can hit. I'm telling you, man, they could have swept this series. Ice Wright State to Omaha. Let's go. They look good. Boys look good, man. So keep an eye on them here. Plus 120 on the money line. I mean, I'm not coming to Indiana like that, but Wright State look good, man. Duke at High Point. Duke, keep an eye on the injury report there. Minus 188. High Point. They played right there with Florida all weekend long. So keep an eye. Duke could use a good game. I'll say that. Wake Forest at Coastal. All right, we're on this one. We're on this one by itself. No parlay. Just straight up. Man, it feels weird, right? Does it not feel odd when you're like, oh, I don't have to pair this? Now, when you only have to play one, it means the game's really difficult. But apologies. We bet on Coastal through the weekend, and they look good. Up against East Carolina, handle themselves. But for the last week and a half, Coastal Carolina has just been going through it, right? Not that Wake hasn't. Wake's a good baseball team, and they're not perfect either. That said, though, I think this is a spot. I think it's just a spot for Wake Forest. Tony, why does Coastal worry me? I know. I'm scared too. This could be a straight up game, man. All right, Charleston Southern, UNC Wilmington. Wilmington's minus 175. Nothing for me there. Mercer at Georgia State. Mercer minus 154. Again, nothing. Charlotte at Campbell. This would be a decent little game here. Charlotte minus 160. Wofford at USC Upstate. USC Upstate minus 125. Pretty even there. Florida State at Florida. Here we go. Florida minus 130. Florida State plus 100. Okay. Here's another game. You don't have to pair this with anything. Straight up. Where do you go? Florida 2 weeks ago ran through Miami. But how good is this Miami team? They struggled against Boston College. How good is Boston College? Florida State's been pretty consistent. Brian said, excuse me, the Battle of Florida. Yes, it is. And Miami would be in that conversation. They ain't going anywhere. Tony, Florida get right spot today. In-state rivals that don't like each other. No. Here's the question. If you don't want to play either team to win this game, what do you think the total is going to be? Should come out here pretty soon. If you're looking to play the over, which when these two teams play, it is usually a mash fest. They don't waste any time. Where do you put it today? Standard fare total would be 12.5. If it's 12.5, you go over or under. Is it 12.5? Yeah, I think I'm over. I don't want to go under. Sites, don't you hate when work gets in the way of your YouTube priorities? A little late, but good morning, AB and crew. Sites, so good to see you, bro. I'm telling you. Come on, bosses. Just kidding. Yeah, total of 32. I'm with Ice on this one, dude. Yeah. Break the wall down. I'm feeling runs in this game. Yeah. Brian, 12.5. Go over. I'm with it, man. Iceman on a roll. He stays it, baby. On a roll. Aubie, the weather is going to be very hot and sticky. It's been raining the past few days down south. 100% yes. Give me the over. I agree. And we'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern. What time does this game start? All right, 6:30 Eastern for Florida State, Florida. So we can take a look at the total and all that this afternoon. But when it comes out, my guess is 12.5. 13.5, I start to question. 14.5, I don't know if I could do any of that. But 12.5. If you give me 11.5, I'll go right now. Texas at Texas State. Texas on the road here. Tony, yes, Florida's back in the mid-80s. There we go. And this one's in Gainesville. All right, so Texas on the road here against Texas State. Minus 410. Be careful. Be careful with these big teams against in-state smaller teams, quote unquote, and they're on the road. Texas might throw young guys today, might play young guys today. Spell Dog. The Kansas TCU game is at TCU, non-conference game. Let's go. Austin, if it's 11.5, I'm going to go. I'm feeling you, man. All right, Troy, Alabama. Okay, so we have Alabama here, pair with West Virginia, minus 120. Alabama minus 280. The story with Alabama baseball is the same. Or, I'm sorry. The story with Alabama baseball is the same as with their basketball team. Runs up. Let's go. Mash. Get up and hit. That's what this team is built to do. Nothing against pitching, nothing against fielding. They're fine. But this team is centered around you put it over the plate, I'm putting it over the fence, right? Like, I mean, this team is just built to hit. They're built to steal bases. They're built to run. It's fast-paced action. If anybody out there watches or pays attention to, good high school softball, college softball, Alabama likes to play that style. It's fast. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's go. Constantly in motion. You put it over the plate, we're going. We're going. Alabama's a fun baseball team when it's working, and think we can get it tonight. Now, Troy, ain't no joke, man. Plus 210. I mean, look, minus 280 money line in any other sport, we get it, right? Be careful. Another, again, in-state game. At least you can do get Alabama at home. Kansas at TCU. TCU minus 175 on the money line. Where do they put this total? 11.5? I bet it's 11.5. Maybe 12.5. These two teams can go. If you give it a total of 10.5, I'm in on the over. But you know how TCU gets down. Not that TCU can't hit. Not that TCU can't absolutely mash at the plate. They can. But with TCU, they're built a lot like how we've talked about Vanderbilt over the years. Good fundamental baseball. Everyone in the pitching staff can throw. You can trust them. They can kill innings for you. Middle relief, good. Get on base. Let's steal a base or two. Let's manufacture some things. They're very fundamental. And teams that operate that way, they're very difficult to deal with. Add in the fact that hitting's contagious, and they're doing all that while hitting, gappers. TCU can run away from games in a hurry. But we saw Kansas, against Minnesota this series. Like, Kansas can hit, man. We'll see. We'll see where this total's set. Matty, I said TCU minus 1. Yeah. Wichita State at Kansas State. Kansas State minus 220. Dallas Baptist at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State minus 140. Dallas Baptist, not where we've wanted it yet. It's early, though. It's going to be a big game here. All right, I know this is a big one. Ole Miss at Southern Miss. Man. Southern Miss, number 7 in the country. This team is outstanding. And they're doing it playing classic Southern Miss baseball. Another team we talked about, like a TCU style, a Vanderbilt style. Boy, Southern Miss is built to do that. Excellent starting pitching, excellent middle relief, excellent in the bullpen to close out games, and they'll do it all weekend long. And these boys can hit. They don't beat themselves. Ole Miss, they're a good team too. Ton of talent there. I worry if Southern Miss gets this groove in to where they're winning 5-2, 6-3. That if they get the game early in that in their hunting ground, so to say. Look out, Ole Miss, because Southern Miss, they know how to do it. Now, here's the other thing with this too. If I were managing either of these teams, I'm unloading the roster today. In terms of who didn't play much over the weekend, you're starting. We're at left field. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean that in the sense of like, hey, I'm saying it like Little League, everybody gets to play. No. What I'm saying is that I want my young guys to get in this game. against an excellent team. And I say that on both sides, right? I want people to see midweek pitching against Ole Miss, against Southern Miss. You know what I mean? So I want those guys to get those at bats. With that, could be tough. But then again, I'm doing the same thing with pitching, right? I want to start a freshman. I want to solidify. Not that these teams don't have, their midweeks and Friday, Saturday, Sunday rotations and all that set. I'm not saying they don't, but that's how I would approach this game. So you're getting minus 115, minus 115 on both sides. And I think the books are thinking the exact same thing that we are. So it's going to be a great game. You are gambling on it. But even if both teams follow that same strategy, who has the better young guys, right? And there's nothing that says jump off of Southern Miss right now, but just saying, Ole Miss recruits with anybody in the country every year. Mississippi State, Tulane, Mississippi State minus 445. Be careful here. Shout out to John Bowman. This is dangerous. This one scares me. State's good. There's nothing negative to say about Mississippi State, one iota. But Tulane can beat anybody on a Tuesday. They can beat anybody on a Friday, but I know it's Mississippi, Louisiana here, but this is basically, this is in state, Yeah. Be careful in this game. Where would you put this total? 10.5? I'm taking a shot with Tulane at plus money. I feel you. Excuse me. Plus 310. It's a gamble, and we all know it going into it, right? But look out. UTSA at Texas Tech. Hey, Texas Tech, guess what? UTSA's favorite. The Roadrunners are fantastic. This is a great baseball team. Minus 130. I don't know. Look, I'm not sure what their midweek strategy is. Need to do more research. That said, though, UTSA is a wagon. They really are. St. Mary's at UC Santa Barbara. All right, we have Santa Barbara. See it at the bottom. Pair with Gonzaga money line to win the conference tournament tonight. All right. St. Mary's, you let us down in basketball yesterday. I need you to I don't ask you to fade. Look, we need Santa Barbara to just win this game. Minus 270 on the money line. Same thing we said about Oregon State yesterday. Y'all need some seeds? You need some Gatorade? I'll run to the store. No, I got it. Y'all just write it down. Write it down, text it. You won't hear another word from me. I'll drop it in the dugout. You won't even see me. Right? That's the mentality. You see Santa Barbara, look, we'll do it. You just keep being you, man. We do need to get some runs, though. Santa Barbara, not always a team necessarily going double-digit runs every game. They like to win that 6-2 style. It could get hairy. So if we could get runs early from Santa Barbara, that'd be fantastic because Santa Barbara is like an orca in the water. Closeout city. Once you see him, it's too late. All right, so Santa Barbara, keep doing you. Fresno State at Cal Poly. All right, so Cal Poly did its thing against Hawaii this weekend. Went to the Hawaii Regional and swept. Now they're back home. How do you feel when you get back from vacation? Now, I know that they didn't go out there for vacation, but if you went to Hawaii for 4 days, then flew back to California, You're playing against Fresno State. In state. Fresno State just got swept by Arizona. I would put this over under at 8. Jet lagged, right? And if you get Cal Poly pitching well, this feels 2-1, doesn't it? Anybody ever get sick like when you were in school? You stayed home and you turned on the TV and there's nothing on, right? But then you put on like WGN. You're like, whoa, I got a day game of the Cubs and Cardinals, and you're actually sick. I'm not saying that like you're faking it, right? And like that's this game. It feels like a day baseball game, Cubs Cardinals 2-1. I'm fascinated with where they put that total at. UC Irvine, number 1, UCLA. All right, so UCLA minus 425 on the money line. We love UC Irvine. And here's the other thing, too. I'm not saying this negatively one bit, but UCLA's already proved to us they're not afraid to mess around in their lineups in midweek games. Meaning they've lost a couple. UCLA's lost 2 games. So what I get at is that I'm not saying that negatively. What I am saying is that I would expect UCLA to do the same thing today. I would. UC Irvine's an excellent baseball team. I want my young guys to face them. I want to test my arms a little bit more, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see UCLA deploy a little bit of that. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Irvine do the same thing. You're playing the number 1 team in the country, right? You're going to go into it wanting to beat them. No doubt. But it's a good experience game here because conference play's coming up. And you have to, everyone on that roster is going to be needed. Every single person for both of these teams. So this is a good day to do that. It'd be a good baseball game. But that minus 425, be careful. But again, with UC Irvine, really the name of the game is runs. Not that UC Irvine can't score, but you put up 8, 9, 10 runs. I don't know if UC Irvine's built to play that game. So look for UCLA, even the young cats. That's the path to victory is at the plate. Arizona and Arizona State. Okay, Arizona State minus 230. Man, what do you do here? Arizona State playing good ball. Arizona, finally, a good weekend. Swept Fresno State. Handled their business. Zach, did it come out? Florida State, Florida, 12.5 minus 140. Oh, they did it. Perfect. The books nailed that. Well done. Honestly, you put it at 12.5 and you juice it. Oh, that's good. I'm not saying that facetiously. I can't say that word. Well done. That's well done. That is a market efficient line right there. Bet365. Great job. Shout out to them. We're gambling with that line. Yeah. Who's going to move it to 13.5? Who's going to move it to 13.5? Go under? Is anybody? All right. Arizona State. Tony, can't touch it at minus 1. I know. They nailed that. Perfect. Great job. All right. Arizona State. So what do you do here? Essentially, the question is, what do you do with Arizona? Well, I'll wait for that line to change a little. 100%. They nailed it. They nailed it. Yeah, I'm fascinated to see where the public goes with it. All right, so, this right here, what do you do with Arizona? Finally had a good weekend. But how good is Fresno State, right? Regardless, for Arizona, I don't care who it was. We're playing the Girl Scouts, all right? Like, needed a win. They got 3 of them. So Arizona's coming in feeling good. I don't know if that means it's good, but they're coming in feeling good. Gabe, this is a lot of college baseball. I know. I'll get to college basketball. Well, and here's the thing. We have 1 ranked game. All right. Santa Clara at Gonzaga. And real quick, I know Zach is getting together all the March Madness stuff. We'll have a graphic and sign up, all that, so that we'll have everybody's brackets, tournament set up. We'll have prizes, all kinds of stuff. Getting that. And number 2, this week in college basketball, like we said, we have 1 game or between ranked teams. But really, the conference tournaments are jumping into it today and tomorrow. And with college basketball, if you're looking for the ranked teams, most of them are going to get going on Thursday, right? So you'll see, first round games in said tournaments. A lot of them tomorrow. And then they'll ranked teams start going Thursday. All right, so this is what we have tonight. Santa Clara and Gonzaga. West Coast Conference Tournament Final. Santa Clara. They're not afraid of Gonzaga. Look what they just did to St. Mary's. And Aubie's correct. We have basketball games all day today, starting at 12:30. Yes, we do. And anybody who's an expert on those, drop your picks in. Okay? Now, we'll certainly have and be all over all of these, I don't want to label conferences big or small, but I'll be jumping in. But y'all who know these teams, yeah, I need your help for sure today. All right, so Gonzaga, -6.5. Total 162.5. Well, Crew seems to be in agreement on Baylor first half. Okay. I'm in. Like I said, man, yeah, you guys help me out for sure. And anybody that's new, I'm certainly not going to be one of those that comes on and starts spouting off stats I just pulled up on Wikipedia about East Tennessee State. I won't do that to you. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Can you tell on network TV when you see people talking college basketball? You're like, oh, that guy's just reading the notes. Shout out to all producers that are working this time of year. Producers are doing a lot of work behind the scenes right now. A lot of work. Shout out to them. That's a hard job. I feel you. Trust me. Kopech, Stanford team total over 71.5. Beautiful, my friend. Thank you. Okay. So Gonzaga 6.5. Gonzaga's playing great. What would we need to get this over? 83-80? Yeah. Hawk, Zags won both matchups this year. I don't see the Zags laying an egg in their last West Coast Conference game ever. I agree completely. Right. So that's 6.5. And look, Santa Clara's 15-3 in the conference. Them boys are here for a reason. But Hawk, I'm with you, man. Now we have Gonzaga, you can see it below, paired with UC Santa Barbara money line in baseball. If you want to roll Gonzaga -6.5 and say, AB, I appreciate it, but I don't want that risk with baseball mixed in. You can just give me Gonzaga to win by 7 or more. I feel you. This Gonzaga team's playing great. And exactly what Hawk said. On top of it, point production's good. I mean, all of it. Playing well. This is it. Yeah. How many points? I don't have it in front of me. What is the team total for Santa Clara? Because I don't think Gonzaga is going to stop. Normally, in a conference tournament championship game, you put that total in the 160s, and I'm breaking my hand hitting the under, right? I don't know about this one. Wait, it just went down to 150. Okay, now I'm scared. What just happened? $76.5. Santa Clara team total. Thank you both, Zach and Kirk. Yeah. To figure this game out from every angle, we have to figure out what we get from Santa Clara. That's a good team total there. I think Gonzaga, you're probably looking at 85, 87. Like, I think you're going to get full bore Gonzaga offense, right? But they could D you up too. So if we're thinking 83-80, right? That's what you have to get, just rough draft, to get an over 83-80. If we add Gonzaga to that, like I would be all right playing Gonzaga up to, I don't know, 88. So subtract 5, 88-75. Just doing math in my head, seeing how we can get that over. 88-75, yeah. 90-73. Kirk, Gonzaga team total over 83.5. You know what? That might be the play. Like, for everything I was just thinking out loud, you could take that whiteboard and throw it out the window. That might be the play. Or Gonzaga just -6.5. You know what? Honestly, Kirk, I think you're looking at it way better than I think I'm overthinking this thing. I'm trying to go down paths when I think it comes down to either Gonzaga team total, Gonzaga spread, and forget about the parlay part. Even though, I mean, I'm on that. Like, I'm not saying forget about it, but if you're looking to just play this game by itself, right? Tony, 83.5 might be the play. I agree. I agree with that. All right. We don't have to decide just yet. The numbers could start moving, though. You're going to want to track, we're going to want to track this today. We'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern, so we can come back to this. So let's write that down. So Gonzaga team total 83.5. Santa Clara's was 76.5. Spread 6.5 this morning. All right. Perfect, man. Scotty. Hi, AB. Late for the show. Hey, you all right, buddy? Scotty, good morning, man. How we doing? Cyclone, good to see you, bro. Baylor and Cincinnati money line parlay for -132. I love it. Kirk, over is -104. Under is -120 for that Zag team total right now on FanDuel. Ooh. Let that drop down then. All right. So if it's 83.5 for Gonzaga and it's trending to the under, hey, I'm fine to let that sit. Get down to 82.5, then keep an eye on that. Goes down to 81.5. Yeah, let's definitely keep an eye on that. Kirk, great look, brother. Jinxie, NHL. Ooh, thank you for this. Big time. Sabres, team total over 3.5, -140. Hurricanes, -1.5, +110. Bruins, money line. Tampa Bay Lightning, -1.5, +100. Business trip. Let's go. Jinxie, you beautiful son of a gun. Thank you for that. Okay. So, all right. I think that's it. Yep. Look at Big Zach. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah, there we go. All right. Now, one more thing I wanted to take a look at real quick, and we'll jump out of here. Again, we'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern today. We'll also be live at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight to break down week 5 of the college baseball season. One slide that I forgot to get up that I wanted to post. We were talking about NFL free agency. So the NFL analyst Matt Bowen, the top 10 remaining names, all right, including one player who will soon be released, the top 10 guys left in NFL free agency. Trey Hendrickson, edge rusher Rasheed Walker, offensive tackle Braden Smith, offensive tackle Reek Woolen, cornerback Kyler Murray, quarterback Romeo Dobbs, wide receiver K'Lavon Chainsaw, edge Jawan Jennings, my man, wide receiver Greg Newsome, cornerback Taylor Decker, offensive tackle. So apologies, I wanted to get that slide up there of the top 10 players remaining in free agency, and there are certainly plenty more than that. We'll be covering it, all of it. All right, we'll be live today 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. But until then, everybody, best of luck with Cassie's day game tickets, and we will see you soon. Thanks. Who's got it better than us? Nobody!